Hello, gremlins. So it is the start of a new reading vlog. It is Friday. Seriously. Hello, gremlins. I'm filming on a very quick time clock right now because we just ordered food and Krista took it upstairs and I need to get us plates and paper towels and a number of other things. So we are filming this super quickly. This vlog has a theme and I'm gonna see if you can guess the theme first. So let's bring you to my coffee area. Hello, hello, you're gonna get real close to my face. Hi, we're gonna turn you. Look at my cute mugs over here. Pew. All right, we're at the coffee area where there's Luke's coffee, Dragonfly Inn coffee, a Luke's coffee cup. This is the Luke's coffee in here. All right, I'm gonna start this. So coffee, we have Luke's, much Luke's. Dragonfly Inn, this one is also really good. It's a dark roast, and I have another one, it's hiding. It's this Stars Hollow blend. While that's brewing, have you figured it out? Do you know? All right, let's bring you back over here. Yes, while it brews, back to me. Hello, we're back. Slightly chaotic. Told you, I'm on a time crunch. Alrighty, so coffee's brewing. It's Luke's coffee. We have Stars Hollow. We have the Dragonfly Inn. What do you think? What do you think the theme is? Also, behold, this is a very cozy hat. It's a very cute sweatshirt. This has nothing to do with anything. It's just comfy. But yes, guesses? All right, so let me show you the books. I'll give you a sec. You can comment what you think because the video will be up and have a title by then. But let me see. I'm just curious. I should just tell you, shouldn't I? I'm gonna just tell you. Okay, so the theme is Jess Mariano's reading. So this is a Read Like Jess Mariano vlog. A ton of people have done like this checklist for Rory, but her reads are all over the place. And I thought, why not pick a character who also reads pretty extensively, but does not have as many books to his name in the series because he's not in as many episodes. So using this article from The Literary Lifestyle in her Gilmore Girls section, she had a full list of books that are Jess Mariano books. I'm gonna hold it up, kind of. Might let you see it, maybe? No, it's gonna be blown out. Okay, I was gonna try and show it to you, but there are 27 books on here. I decided to pick just 5 books from the list. So these are the 5 books I will be reading to read like Jess Mariano for the next few days. So the first book, Franny and Zoe? It's spelled Zoe, but I think you say Zoe. Could be wrong, by J.D. Salinger. Hunter S. Thompson's Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. Nick Hornby's High Fidelity. Slaughterhouse-Five by Kurt Vonnegut Jr. And then this one is interesting. So I just wanted to get Allen Ginsberg's Howl and Other Poems, but this is all my library had. And this is much heftier than that book is because it has like handwritten facsimile notes and stuff. So I'm gonna read it, but I may figure out how to read it without making my life very difficult because some of it's like a typed up transcription. It's all very different. These books are all from my library. I was able to get all of them through the North Country Library system. So yes, I will be reading these 5 books, which are slightly out of my comfort zone. I've read a Salinger before. I've read Catcher in the Rye, read it for school. Have never read Hunter S. Thompson or Hornby or Vonnegut. Also, I may have read a Ginsberg poem, but I have not read like a big Allen Ginsberg book. So these are the 5 I picked from the list. I could have also read like Moby Dick, some stuff by Jack Kerouac. There are a lot of options, but I decided to go with these 5 because I was just very curious. I've seen the television series for High Fidelity, but not the movie. And yeah, so I just picked it at random. I know there's a movie for Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas that I'm not going to watch. I will not be watching any movie companions unless Krista wants to watch High Fidelity. But yeah, this is the plan for this. I'm gonna drink my Luke's coffee and while we're eating. But yeah, I won't have any reading updates for you yet, but we're also doing something very interesting tomorrow, as long as everything works out correctly. So yeah, you'll be along for the entire weekend. It is Friday. You'll be with us for the extended weekend and for however many days it takes me to finish this. This is a lot of hefty reading, so I don't know how quickly I'm gonna get through this, but this is the plan. So I'm gonna read like Jess, probably not Jess like dress like Jess, my goodness gracious. But yeah, so that's the vlog. I need to go because I need to get all of our food eating supplies upstairs. So yeah, I will update you when I can, gremlins. I hope you are ready for what feels like an AP English high school list of books. So yeah, let's have a fun time. Let's be fancy people. I feel like this seems fancy to me. Like this is the kind of list that someone's like, oh, my favorite book is, and it's one of these. But yeah, let's get going. Let's read like Jess. Let's see how this goes and see if I have similar tastes to Jess. If he and I enjoy the same things, who knows? I will talk to you when I have an update, gremlins. I just don't know if I'm gonna park there, because it's there. Oh gosh, there's already a line. Maybe there? Hello, this is Bruni. Perhaps he'll lay down now. He really won't. We are giving Bruni lay down, some solo mom time, because he hasn't really had any. And the issue is he gets overly excited, and then he like tries to get all up in your face, and he hits you with his hands and, well, his front feet, but it's a whole thing. So now I have to pet him so that he'll not punch me in the face while I'm trying to record. So the clip you saw was a tattoo shop and a coffee shop. Currently we have stuff from the coffee shop, and I am currently signed up for an 8 p.m. flash tattoo. They were very, very busy. Apparently people must have gotten there wildly early because the line technically didn't open until 10. But people had to have been standing in line, because by the time we got there at like 10:02, they were already, like, there were some people in front of me, but when I got into the room, the guy was like, we only have 3 spots left for tonight. And I was like, oh boy. And he was like, we're doing stuff tomorrow, which is nice of them because it's supposed to be a one-day event, but he was like, no, we're doing it tomorrow. But we can't do tomorrow.
Don't hit your mom.
So I signed up for the 8, but if they get done early with the 7 o'clock slots, I could be at 7:30. So I'm supposed to be there around 7:30 just in case, so they can get through people faster. But yeah, so I'm signed up. I cannot take you with me because it's in our downtown area, and it's not a good idea for me to be walking around with electronics. So I'll have my phone. I'll film a little on my phone, but it won't go in the vlog. Krista's doing physical therapy. If you hear loud sounds, she's not dying, technically. She got her pins out. So if you've watched other vlogs, Krista broke her left ring finger, but in a way that required 2 pins in the top of her hand, and she got them out this week. So she is rehabbing her hand. She was rehabbing her hand before, but now she's supposed to do a bunch more stuff with her ring finger. Bruni's trying to eat Krista's muffin. She's a blueberry muffin, because she went and got me coffee and a breakfast sandwich at a bakery, at the bakery, Starch Bakery.
This is why you don't get brought up.
Right. Bruni is literally trying to eat the muffin out of Krista's hand, like face. Yeah. He's gonna try and eat my sandwich. So very quickly, this is my coffee. Ta-da! They have a cute logo. Krista got me an Americano, and then, can I reach my sandwich? Can I do that? There's also a bunch of stuff here, but yes. And then she got me a sandwich and a hash brown. It looks really good, and I'm excited to eat it. But yeah, so because they were so busy, my tattoo is not until 7:30 or 8, so we're just gonna hang out at home because there's not really anything to do downtown. Oddly enough, on a Saturday they close a ton of stuff. The weather is not great. It took kind of a turn. So yeah, it started snowing and was really, really windy, and the temperature started to drop. So you can't really walk around downtown. And again, stuff was closed today, even though it's a Saturday. But yeah, so we'll be doing that later. I'll tell you when I'm headed out, and I'll show you when I get home, since I really can't safely take you with me. And then extra super quick thing. Sorry, I'm trying not to drop anything. I'm balancing a sandwich on my knees. I started awkward angle, Franny and Zoe. So far I'm in the Franny section. She has a boyfriend named Lane. They're not really getting along. Also they're there for the Yale game. So like, I'm guessing that he's going to Harvard, because I feel like you'd only say it's the Yale game if it's the Harvard Yale game. You can blame Gilmore Girls for this. So that's my guess. But she's kind of annoyed. He's annoyed at her. And that's all I've got for you so far. There's no description of the book on the book, and I haven't looked it up. So we're going with, Franny doesn't like her boyfriend, and her boyfriend doesn't really like Franny. So yeah, but I'm gonna eat my breakfast.
Tell Chloe about this. I will deny everything.
Yeah, pretend you aren't getting muffin. All right, we're gonna watch some TV and just hang out until we have to leave. So I will talk to you later. Hello, lighting is a little goofy. I'm in my office because I'm putting you in here for the night, but we are headed out. Again, I can't bring you because it's downtown and I don't feel super comfortable bringing my camera with me at night. So even if you'd be hidden, don't feel worried about it. So you're gonna be here and I'll either check in when we get back, or I'll check in the morning. I think their shop uses second skin, so I think I'll have something on my hand, like over wherever the tattoo is, for most of the night. So yeah, but I'm gonna go because we gotta go. So I will show you new things. I do have one, if you haven't seen it, I have one teeny tattoo right here. It's initials for the event I met Krista at. So it stands for Klexicon Las Vegas. It's where I met her, and we got the tattoo. She got a rainbow heart tattoo, and I got this in New York City like almost 8 years ago. So yeah, I haven't had a tattoo since then. So yeah, this will be a fun time. Well, I will talk to you later. Sorry you can't see the process, but again, not bringing you downtown in the dark. So yeah, talk to you in a bit, gremlins, when I have a new tattoo. Good morning, gremlins. Okay, it is Sunday. I didn't check in with you when we got back from the tattoo studio. I couldn't even film with my phone in there because the way they had it set up for the day is there were 2 tattoo artists tattooing all day. And there was another person there, and then like she was getting tattooed and I didn't want to accidentally film her, and then the areas to film, like you would have heard people, and even if I could have taken that audio out even for like Instagram, I just didn't feel comfortable filming anything. It's a really cool studio. It's called Sword in the Stone. It's in our downtown and near a place called Starch Bakery. We got breakfast at Starch that day. Like Krista picked it up for me and it was really good. The tattoo studio is really cool. They have art everywhere. My artist was Crystal, I believe, and she was super nice. We just kind of talked the whole time I was getting my tattoo, but I thought I would reveal to you the tattoo. So you're up there. I'm gonna try and show you. Maybe. It's in second skin. Oh, that was R2. My toast is done. I'm trying to think of the best way to show you. Let me know if my toast finish. I'll just angle you so you can see it. Again, it's in second skin. She put it on right after. So I didn't really take any photos or anything with it off. Let's see. It will focus. There we go. That's the new tattoo. The CCLV that's under it, I've had for like 8 years. And I already mentioned that, but yeah, that's the tattoo. It did hurt. It was not like a non-hurting experience, but it wasn't too bad. I felt like I was getting stung by a bee a billion times. So it's fine. It was just kind of uncomfortable, but I have it. It looks really cute. It's perfect. It was from their flash sheet, so like you could get ones theme specific to the library, generic like book themed ones, and then they had some like specific ones. Apparently, but what are you doing? A lot of people got ACOTAR tattoos. They had this big like mountain setup and like an ACOTAR quote, so people were getting like that and the quote, or just the quote, or just the ACOTAR thing. But yeah, so that one was a big one. The girl who was getting her tattoo from the other artist, she was getting all the ACOTAR stuff because she was getting the like mountainy castle and then the quote underneath it. So yeah, she was doing that, but she was like, have a lot of people gotten this? She was like, well, I've done some, she's done some. I don't know what the most popular of the day was. The ones for the library were wild because I am so sorry, asthma. I'm not cutting that out. I have asthma and I cough sometimes. But yeah, the library ones though were wild because a lot of them seemed the size they were on the flash sheet that you could look at on like the poster board at the library. One of them, this fish that's part of a water fountain, the actual tattoo was like this tall. And I was like, on the sheet, it's like this big. But no, what's happening? I was like, geez Louise. I wasn't getting that one. I'm gonna put jam on my toast. It's raspberry jam that I found in our pantry. So I'm gonna get that one here. So yeah, it wasn't bad. It was actually pretty cool. I'm glad that I got to see the studio. Krista and I have talked about at some point getting, I know I'm not looking at you, I'm looking at my toast, getting like the outline of like the top of a Rottweiler head. So like the ears, the top of the head, and just like an outline on the wrists that we each have that's available. Let me put this over here. So we've talked about doing that, but I think they could do it at that studio with like very minimal problem. Like none of them do like outline work specifically, but I think they've done stuff like that because like the one you just saw is line work. So yeah, so we've talked about that. So seems like whenever we do that in the future, it's not anytime soon, that shop would be a good idea. But during the day, we would have preferred to be during the day, but we didn't want to do it today because it's supposed to be frigid and like really bad out, super icy. So we didn't want to try and go out in ice. So we just went today, or last night instead of today, because they were very nice and opened up slots today for people because it was getting so late in the day on their flash sheet, like on the appointment sheet. So yeah, but I got it. I really like it. It's not too sore today. It was a little sore after, but it doesn't really feel like anything. The second skin is weird. I've never worn that. My other tattoo, it was a different healing process, but it's not too bad. It's actually very convenient because it's just like wearing something over it and I can do what I would normally do. My update for you on the book, Franny and Zoe? I feel like I've said it 8 million times. I don't know. I should look it up. I finished the Franny section and I don't know if they're connected yet because I haven't started the next one. But Franny's really shifts from like looking at the couple to like an exploration of religion, which I was not expecting. It was really interesting. And I was really enjoying hearing Franny talk about this prayer system. So I really enjoyed the Franny section, but it's so little. It was only like 44 pages. And then the next section is huge. And I just don't know if it's connected. So yeah. Oh, the music in the living room is really loud, so I'm sure you can hear it. But I'm gonna eat my toast, drink my coffee. And yeah, I just want to show you the tattoo, give you that update, gremlins. And I will be reading more for sure the rest of the weekend. But we just like have been hanging out and spending time together, so I'm not really focused on reading super intently. But Monday, Krista needs to do some work, even though it's like her office is closed. It's a holiday. It's Martin Luther King Jr. Day. So we're going to go to her office for a little bit, and she has physical therapy because her physical therapy office is open. So yeah, I'll be reading a lot on Monday. And today, I don't know, we have a lunch with her parents unless they cancel because of weather. So that's really close to our house. So like we're meeting them there, but I don't know. We'll see if that actually happens because of the weather, but we have that and then like nothing else. So I will keep you apprised if I read more things or something exciting happens to tell you, gremlins, because I don't have anything else yet. So yeah, I will update you when I can about whatever I have to update you on. Hi gremlins. Okay, the goal was not to only update you in the kitchen today, but that's where we are. I am now making dinner. It has been much of the day. I knew I was gonna cough, I could feel it. I am having my 3rd cup of coffee. Spread out. I had one this morning, I had one when we came back from lunch, and I'm having one now while I cook dinner. We're having pasta. Lunch was fine. Like, going with her folks, it was nice, we chatted. The restaurant that they picked is this like Mexican restaurant in our town that like when they first opened, the food was really good, and like gradually the longer they've been open, like the food quality has gone down, and like beyond that they're kind of trying to turn it into a bar, it feels like. So they do a lot of events where there's like a lot of alcohol. There are a lot of alcohol specials. They promote having a lot of parties after hours parties or like evening parties and stuff like that. And they've like taken out all the booths. They've turned it all into table seating, which is fine. You can fit more people in, but it just feels like they're trying to turn it into like a margarita bar that serves food. Cause like the drinks are the very first thing you see now on the menu, and it takes a little while to get to the food. And like the food was fine. But like it's also very expensive for what you're getting. Like her folks didn't get that much food. They each got like 2 items, rice and beans. Krista and I split a thing of tacos, and it's 3 tacos, rice and beans. It was like a whole complicated process where like we didn't want the rice, so we asked for another thing of beans, and the guy was like, but it comes with rice. And we were like, yes, but we don't want the rice. Can't you just like give us the beans, which are the same price on the menu? And it turned into a whole kerfuffle. I'm not even going to tell you how much it was because it was way too expensive for the food we had. But like her mom really wanted to go there, so we went, and I'm just like, it is not good food anymore. Like it was at one point, it is not now. It's just like underwhelming. And like I told Krista, if I'm going to eat what is vaguely Mexican food, like it's not even like it's just like generic stuff, and you can tell it's not like designed to like follow some kind of a specific recipe. It's basically like chain store Mexican food at this point. I was like, if I'm gonna eat Mexican food that may or may not make me sick, because it has, I've gotten food poisoning there a couple of times, I just want Taco Bell. Like I love Taco Bell, and if I'm gonna eat a food that may upset my stomach, I'm gonna eat cheap fake Mexican instead of expensive fake Mexican. So yes, slightly underwhelming, but her folks enjoyed it, which is really all that mattered. We never eat there anymore unless they want to go there, so it is what it is. We're not going back on our own. I was just like, oof. So yeah, it was not a cheap meal. Okay, pasta is in. That's what I was doing. I was breaking pasta noodles apart. But yeah, so then we came home and then we just relaxed because part of the reason it was so expensive is Krista's mom only drinks if I'm with her. And so Krista was like, hey, if you want to get a drink even though it's lunch, like that's totally fine. Catherine's like prepared to have a margarita with you. And so her mom was like, oh, okay, yeah, I think I'll get one. So we each had a margarita, which was not cheap. And they were cheaper. You can't even like change the sizes. Like I couldn't even get a smaller size of it, and you used to be able to do small, mediums, or larges, and they've done away with that. You get one size. So I was like, that's a little annoying. But like the margarita was good. Like they're making sure someone at the bar knows what they're doing, but like food, not so good. Sauce is on. Hi, which cat? Oh, it thinks. So yeah, so that was lunch. Then we just hung out. And while we were hanging out, Krista was watching this thing called The Weekender. It's like a YouTube show of someone who like renovates stuff, but I think it's hosts like Lowe's YouTube channel has it. I don't know. She was watching a bunch of them. I watched some of them too, but I was also reading. I finished Franny and Zoe. I did verify Krista has read this. It's just like, it's Zoe. So I finished Zoe's part, which means I'm done with the entire book. Feel like a dope. So Zoe is a guy, and Zoe is Franny's older brother by 5 years. So he's 25 and she is 20. And his section of the book is him doing a variety of things. He's taking a bath, and we learn all about the Glass family because that's their last name. And then his mother is worried about Franny because Franny is now home. And then we hear Zoe's opinions on her boyfriend Lane, and he's like, ugh, Lane, no. And then he and Franny wind up having a number of discussions that do continue to follow her thoughts on religion. So it is really like a religious discussion, where Zoe's like, okay, like, cool, if you want to do this prayer thing, just like, who are you praying to? Like, do you actually believe any of these things? Like, a lot of like theologically stuff. I really enjoyed it. The writing style is very Salinger, and I had forgotten how much I liked his writing style because I have not read Catcher in the Rye since I was in high school. But I really enjoyed it, and I feel like I should actually read more Salinger at some point. Not right now, but I should like make an active effort to like read more of his stuff because I like the narration style, and I like the way Franny and Zoe talk and the way the story is presented. So I was really enjoying it. I'm very into it. It also works perfectly for Gilmore Girls in that it does talk a lot about intellectualism and like going to college and feelings on college. And Lane, so he said the Yale game, and I'm guessing they're at Harvard. I don't know if that is correct. And then Franny and Zoe are in New York, like the city. That's where their family is from. So like it all feels very like, oh, the litter box is about to make noise. Again, if you didn't know, we have an electronic litter box in our kitchen because there's no better place to put it, but it's really far away from the food. Like it's in a corner that doesn't have food in it, that I don't really access when I'm cooking. So it's out of the way, it's not cross-contaminating anything, and there's nowhere else to put it. Because it's electric and we need it in an area that the dogs can't have access to because they will try and mess with it. So sometimes you hear it in videos. But what was I saying? So yeah, I really enjoyed Franny and Zoe. I think the next book I'm going to read is Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. I think that's my plan. So I will probably be starting that tomorrow. And I will let you know how that goes. But it's really all the updates I have for you. That's cooking. I need to stir this sauce. But yes, I think that's it. Do I have anything else to tell you? I'm trying to think. Also, it's not focusing on me because I went out of frame. So that's fun. I'm blurry now. Stirring sauce, checking pasta. So yes, I think that's the only update I have for you. Hi, there we go. Yeah, that's really it. I finished my first book, so that's one in the books. Did not mean to say that. And I'm just gonna keep cooking dinner. We're gonna eat. We'll probably watch a little bit more YouTube and then probably switch to Lost. We're almost done with season 1. Don't worry, you can't spoil the ending for me. I already know how the show ends. I feel like everyone knows how that show ends. So yeah, that'll be the rest of the evening. But we'll be up bright and early because Krista has PT, and then we're going to her office, which I already told you, and I'm gonna read that whole time. I may try and convince her to drop me off at like a coffee shop. Don't know what coffee shop that would be because I don't know what's open tomorrow. It may just wind up being like a Dunkin', because I think that might be the only thing open in our area on a holiday that is also just a Monday in general. Everything in our area that's a small business is closed on Monday. It's like a thing they do. So I don't know, we shall see. But I will talk to you tomorrow morning, gremlins, when I am either caffeinated, about to be caffeinated, or hoping to be caffeinated. I will talk to you about books in a little bit. Hello from the bed. This is the Parker. I can't really show you the clothes, she's flinging a thing. I look like I just got out of bed, which is pretty true. Remember how I was like, oh, Krista's gonna have PT, I might go to a coffee shop. No. Krista did have PT. I had a headache yesterday that was like slowly turning into a migraine. I'm blaming the Mexican restaurant. Because I had it when I did that last update and then it just got progressively worse. And I was like, okay, by the time I go to bed, it'll go away. No. I woke up this morning, still had it. It was still bad. So I went back to sleep and borrowed Krista's migraine. Well, I didn't wear it till you came home. So I tried to go back to sleep while she was at PT, but there were a lot of people out and about for some reason. So the dogs weren't really quiet. Then Krista got home, she gave me her migraine mask. And then I fell asleep for like 2.5 hours. 2 hours?
2.5.
Yeah. So I was just asleep. And I just got up and Krista took all the dogs out. I made his coffee. I have
No licking.
The very fun Dragonflight and Dark Roast in my Luke cup. Krista has Luke's Diner Blend with cream in her fun Gilmore Girls cup, but you can't see it.
Hey, off.
She's currently doing PT, and Chloe is trying to lick Parker's junk. So this will be a quick update. Also, Krista apparently ordered us food.
Yep.
So we're waiting for the food, which should be here soon. So behold a sleepy Parker, who's up here, and there you can see it, Chloe and Krista. The other two are downstairs. So Chloe and Kira came back up with me when I tried to go back to bed, and then we did outs, and then we brought Parker up with Chloe. And then later we might do Kira up here with Bruni. So we're doing like a whole system because having all 4 of them up here at once, they get a little squirrely.
So the 2 that are downstairs right now were real dicks when I was trying to ping Chloe up. So.
Yeah, they're real upset that they're downstairs. Though they did calm down. Kira didn't tackle me when I went down there. But yeah, so that's really today. I don't know how much reading I will do. I have to take a shower to take this second skin off. And then let it air dry and then put a new one on. For 6 days is what it said. So I leave that one on for like the rest of this week. But yeah, so that's really our big plans. Laying.
Well, yeah, because I gotta, after I work all day long tomorrow, I have Cap Court, which means I work until 9:30 at night. And then after I work all day on Wednesday, I have night court, which means I work till 9 o'clock at night.
Yep.
And then Thursday I have a trial, and then Friday I have work.
I don't know. I probably have to go down. That might be the delivery. I'll go down. Friday I don't think you have night court.
I don't think I do.
Yeah. But she has night court like all week. So it's not a great week for her to get sleep. So she'll be really, really tired. And she has to figure out how to do physical therapy at her office the entire time, which is never fun.
I'm such a accommodating boss. They're heading towards the house.
Okay.
It's gonna be here in 1 minute.
I gotta go. Yeah. She was going to go in today and she actually found out this afternoon that her request to go in today for like an hour was not approved, I guess.
It was approved and then she rescinded it.
Yeah, so it was really weird. So, I don't know. But yeah. So there's that. I'm gonna go because food's about to be here and I need to go get it. And yeah, so I will talk to you later, gremlins, when I probably don't look any less disheveled than I do now. Good morning. Oh, I made you crooked. You weren't crooked. Hold on. Little better? Little better, kind of. Okay, so it has already been a long day and it's still before work. It's a little before 9, so this is gonna be quick. So I didn't sleep well because it was snowing all night and I kept being like, am I gonna have to remove snow? Which I knew I was going to. So I was up at 3 and checked and I was like, okay, it's not that high right now. I'm not gonna deal with it. Then I got up at 6 and one of our neighbors was snow blowing. So I was like, okay, maybe because one of them occasionally does our driveway. And I was like, well, I'm not gonna go out if you're doing our driveway because he'll do it if you're not out there as like oh, let me help you out. But he didn't do it today. So at 6:45, I went out and I cleared snow with our snowblower and a shovel for 45 minutes. Then I had to rush inside, wake Krista up, take all the dogs out, make sure Krista could get out of the driveway. Then I had to redo parts of the driveway once she left because I had to move snow that couldn't be moved before. and then I had to do the sidewalk, then I had to reshovel the walk, and it's still snowing. So I'm very sure my lunch break is just going to be removing more snow. And then Krista has court tonight. So I think I'm gonna have to remove snow at lunch and then again after I take the dogs out after work so she can get into the driveway, because snowplows are gonna come by and block us in. Like, it's just gonna be a mess all day. And I'm like, ugh, really? So yeah, it's snowing and I hate it. So yeah, I'm tired, I'm grouchy. I'm finishing the hazelnut blend of the Gilmore Girls coffee. It's the Stars Hollow blend, but it's hazelnut. What else? Yesterday all we really did was watch Lost, or that Weekender YouTube show I was telling you about, where it's like home improvement stuff. And I briefly started Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. This is true account. Yes, I believe that's, yeah, this is nonfiction. Yes, because it has the call number. So yeah, this is the book by Hunter S. Thompson, A Savage Journey to the Heart of the American Dream. I really have no idea how to explain this to you, except he and a man he says is his attorney are in a convertible driving through the desert to Las Vegas from Los Angeles. And they are on a lot of things and seeing things, and they picked up a hitchhiker. And they're talking to the hitchhiker right now. It is wild. Many things are happening. I've never read a Hunter S. Thompson book, and I'm just like it is wild. I did watch a show where his, what was it, Fear and Loathing on the Campaign Trail or something? Where's it? Yeah, Fear and Loathing on the Campaign Trail 72 was mentioned. We watched this show called Girls on the Bus. It got canceled, but it was really good. And Melissa Benoist? I don't remember. Her character was like obsessed with his Campaign Trail book and mentioned it a lot, and like I think I had a copy on her, but I've never read any of his stuff. I do know there's a lot of substances involved, so that's gonna be a fun time. I am hoping to read some of it today after work, or maybe if the snow isn't that bad, maybe lunch snow removal won't take long. I can read during lunch, because since it's snowing so much, Krista probably won't come home because it's just not going to be safe, and she has to drive around a lot for work today. So yeah, we'll just see how that goes. I don't know, but I need to try and read more of this because this is only book 2 of this vlog, and I have High Fidelity, Slaughterhouse 5, and Howl left. Though the Howl book that I have looks much larger than I really think I'm going to be involved in, because a lot of it is like images of the original text and then like there's a transcription of the poem. Like, I don't think all of it is designed to be read. A lot of it is designed to be looked at and then read later, from what I can tell. So yes, that's the update for you. I've removed a lot of snow. My hair froze earlier. That was fun. I had like white hair at the bottom. My tattoo is doing pretty well. Can't really see it. Ta-da! I bruised it though, getting the second skin off. So like above the tattoo is really bruised, and it's my own fault. I didn't get the second skin wet enough, and it like didn't want to come off. And I was like, oh no. And I like pulled up and like down, because it was like, I was like, oh, up, down, and yeah, I bruised myself trying to take it off in the shower. So that's my own fault. The rest of it came off totally fine, and I was just like, oh, I have to get you wetter. Like, you need to be a more wet second skin thing. So once I got it more wet, it came off, but I still bruised myself before I realized that. So yeah, that's on me. That's totally my fault. But I'm leaving this on for like the maximum. They said your second bandage could stay on for 6 days, and just because the cats and the dogs and now snow removal and like stuff, I'm gonna keep it on just so it's covered for the 6 days, because I feel like that's the safest bet for healing for me right now. So yeah, that's the plan. I need to go because work is about to start, and I have catch up to do because I was out Friday because of Krista's pin removal stuff. So yeah, I gotta play catch up. I'll check in with you when I can. I still feel like you're crooked and I'm really sorry, but I'm tired and my hands are cold and I'll figure it out for the next update. But I need to go. I will talk to you later, gremlins, about something. Fear and Loathing? The universe? Who knows? I will talk to you later when I have something to tell you that's important. Alright. Bye for now, gremlins. Okay, this is gonna be so hard to see, but I snowblowed. I snowblowed behind my house, and it does not look like I did at all. Everything, you can't super see, but it has been snowing nonstop since last night. Like, the sidewalk is fully filled in. I'm sure my driveway is, though I think one of my neighbors may have done a double pass for me to clear up the driveway. I don't know, but this is chaos. I hate winter. Like, can it just not? I don't need this in my life right now. Like, I don't need wintering all over when, I'm just so annoyed. I hate snow. I hate snow. And if you're ever like, oh, snow seems fine, it's miserable. Miserable. No one likes it. No one wants it. We don't need this nonsense right now. Ugh. Ugh. For reference, we've probably gotten close to 2 feet at this point because we had a foot in the driveway when I snowblowed, and that was just that was just naturally falling snow, and I had already partially shoveled. This is just terrible, and I hate it, and I'm annoyed, and I hate snow. I hate snow. Okay, I'm gonna let you go, gremlins, while I just lament the fact that I hate snow. If you like snow, behold this beautiful scene of snow that I hate. I hate so much. Hello. Oh, now you're a little low. I'll fix you later. This is super quick. It has finally stopped snowing. And I just need you to know that it has stopped snowing. I'll probably have to snow removal again anyway, because it was snowing while I was doing snow removal, but it stopped snowing. I'm so excited. It has been snowing for hours. I've done no reading, obviously. Sorry. I'm a little extra, like, because of the snow removal, and I had to, like, run around outside. So, yeah. But snow removal is done for now. I will check again after work. I'm gonna have to dig out a patch in the backyard, I think, for the dogs to go pee at this point because the snow really piled up. I cleared an area at lunch really fast, so they could go. And then after I did snow removal, I am very glad that I got permission to take an extra long lunch. I told them I needed to remove snow and that it was pretty bad. Kira, I think, so our youngest dog, who is like 3 years old, she got sick while I was outside, I guess. I'm not gonna get into details. It was a back end situation. Thankfully, nothing was weird. It was just like gross. There was nothing odd in it. And she didn't step in it and get it all over anywhere else. So I cleaned it up. I kept saying like, no one's in trouble, no one's in trouble, and using like a very calm voice because it seemed like whatever happened, she just got sick. She doesn't typically, but my guess is maybe something just happened and she had to. I don't know, but it's cleaned up. And totally fine, and I like sanitized everything and sprayed around the house to like make it smell less gross. So that happened. So yeah, I just wanted to update you that it wasn't snowing, and then I wound up cleaning up stuff during my lunch break, and I feel bad for Kira because she like looks so upset. Like every time I've come near her, she's like, and I'm like, it's not your fault. Like obviously you didn't feel well. Like I don't know if she ate something that didn't agree with her. She occasionally eats like tissues if she finds them, and I don't know if like she ate something that is not food and it just like upset her stomach. I really don't know. I'm not gonna get into details because I really have no idea, but I just feel bad because I can tell that she's like and I'm like, you're not in trouble. I didn't even raise my voice. I was just like, did someone get sick? And I made sure to like stay calm so none of the dogs thought anyone was in trouble because accidents happen. So there's like it's cleanupable. So I did that. I also am pretty sure it's her because as a fun fact, a little gross fact, our boy dog that's out right now, Bruni, if he gets sick, he's very sure that he should just go to the bathroom on like the side of the furniture. That's happened before. So I was like, I don't think it was you, because he normally like does it somewhere very noticeable and then like hides, and he was like just on the couch like hanging out. And I know it wasn't Chloe, because if Chloe had done it, there would have been, she would have acted very strangely first. So I was just like, oh boy. So yeah, so that's been my afternoon. It's also been ridiculously busy at work because of the holiday. That's normally the case, and I was out Friday. I already mentioned that, but I'm gonna go. That was my update. I've done more snow removal, but the snow has stopped, and I really hope it stays stopped, because it's exhausting removing snow even with a snowblower, because like it's just a lot to maneuver around. We're in the city, and so I have to be careful when I'm doing the driveway that I don't walk into traffic. So yeah, it's not a fun time, but I'm gonna go. I just want to give you a quick update. And I definitely need to go because I keep coughing. So yeah, that's the update. Haven't read any of Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, but have cleaned up some stuff and removed snow. and they noticed it stopped snowing. I was very happy. But I gotta go. I will talk to you later, gremlins, possibly with a book update. I don't even know at this point. Today is just madness. It's just, so much is going on. But yeah, so I just want to give you a tiny update. I will talk to you at some point, maybe later today, maybe tomorrow, depending on how today goes. So yeah, I'll update you when I can, gremlins. Hello, you're getting a very tired, very quick update. So last night, Chloe, so remember how I like explained that one of the dogs got sick and I thought it was Kira? It was not, it was Chloe. She got sick another time before I got off work that I didn't know about until after I got off. And then she proceeded to be sick throughout the night, ramping up at like 2 a.m. So she was going out like every hour until 2. And then at 2, that changed to every 40 to 20 minutes, depending on just whatever. So I didn't really sleep. And so I called in sick because I was so tired. I'm still super tired. I have not really fallen back asleep. I dozed off for probably 20 minutes before work, like before I could log in and be like, hey, I'm not coming in, I feel terrible. I didn't get into specifics, but I'm exhausted. And then Krista, while I was napping, called our vet's office and they got Chloe in, and like she just like kept going to the bathroom over and over and like not pleasant, like, and you could tell it was like hurting. And then she was like continuing to squat, and I'm not going to get into specifics because we're literally talking about dog poop and you don't need to know. But we like kept trying to see if she would sleep and she wouldn't sleep. So like we gave her chicken and rice and she ate all of that, but then she got sick, like she threw up. I don't know why they're barking. Maybe Krista's home. So I'm gonna be quick. She was finally sleeping, like she had just fallen asleep. That's why I was doing this update, because she called the vet and they had a cancellation, so they got us in at 9:40, and they think she has, I think it's gastritis. I'm probably saying that wrong. It's basically an infection somewhere in your GI tract. So she has to take antibiotics and some probiotic stuff that they gave us at the vet, and they managed to get a sample that they can test. And they gave her a nausea injection because she threw up one time last night, and they were just worried she would throw up her pills. She is allowed to have water in about 15 minutes, and then she can try food, because she needs to take her medicine. So they were like, try it, just do it slowly, because like her GI tract is obviously upset. So yeah, I'm very tired. Chloe's very tired. She's also very like sore because we're in the bedroom and like we couldn't really sleep downstairs. So like she was doing our entire, like going all the way out of our bedroom, down the stairs, through the living room, down the hallway, down the porch stairs, going to the bathroom in the very, very, very high snow. We've gotten at least 3, if not 4 feet, and she's not very tall. So she was like sinking every time she would go, and then her feet were getting cold, and it was a whole thing. And you can tell her legs are tired. She even like needed to adjust like how she was standing at the vet's, and she like kind of moved funny, and then she was just like, I'm gonna lay down, and the vet was like, oh, I'm sure you're so tired. But she's sleeping now, so hopefully we can get some rest. I had coffee and I decided to finish Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. Hunter S. Thompson is not for me, I'm sorry. If you like Hunter S. Thompson, I can see it. I feel like Chuck Palahniuk must like him, because this is just giving me like Palahniuk would like this. Fight Club Palahniuk, in case you were unsure who I was talking about. But the story just is wild. I'm sorry, I'm coughing. I'm tired and I'm kind of reclined. But there's like Dr. Duke, Mr. Duke, whatever, and the attorney are like technically our 2 main characters, and they're really just on a substance-fueled romp through Las Vegas and surrounding areas. And it's just like a lot of discussion of like drug culture and like society in general, with like wild fake news articles. I think they're fake. They could be real. I really don't think they are, though they may be drawn from real things. It's just like a lot of, I mean, it could be, I guess. I don't know, just a lot of very odd things. The illustrations are wild, and they're not by Thompson. It actually said who they were, but like, it's just wild. I just like, I understand that this is nonfiction journalism, but I'm also like, what did I just read? So I guess they were real. then, or altered for the sake of the journals. I don't. We're not getting into this. I'm tired. Probably not the best time for me to finish that. The next book on the list is High Fidelity, which is hiding out over there. I watched the Hulu adaptation and I liked it, so I don't know, we'll see. I might watch the John Cusack one. I have this next. It's one of the bigger ones because, again, Howl is like goofy and my copy is huge, but Howl itself is very short. So yeah, I don't know if I'll read any of High Fidelity today. I just wanted to finish Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas because I was like, this is not a me thing. I even like Palahniuk, but his is like very fictional. And like, I don't know, but I can definitely feel like he was inspired by Hunter S. Thompson. I'm wondering about the Campaign Trail one though. I'm curious to know how that one is. This one is just a lot to take in. I know a lot of things now that I didn't need to know about how certain substances work with each other, I guess. I've been to Circus Circus though. They wind up in Circus Circus. That's actually where I proposed to Krista, because the Krispy Kreme that I wanted to propose to her at didn't exist anymore, and the only one that I could find was at Circus Circus, and I thought it would have the hot all the time donut glazer thingy, and it didn't, and so she got proposed to at Circus Circus, and she hates clowns, and we had to walk through a clown, and I felt so bad. We had to walk like 1,000,000 miles, but they keep mentioning Circus Circus, and I was just like, oh, I proposed to my wife there. She proposed to me at Bally's, which made more sense because she met me at Bally's. I wanted to propose at the Krispy Kreme because she took me to get my first Krispy Kreme ever, and it was in this like strip mall, well, like kind of strip mall, I guess, in Vegas. But yeah, it had closed apparently before we got there. So yes, so I eventually, if we go back to Vegas, I need to find a non-Circus Circus Krispy Kreme. But I'm tired, I'm rambling a little. But I knew Circus Circus, so I could picture it in my brain. And a few other places. Like, we've been to Vegas a few times. That's kind of why I picked this one, because I'd actually been to Vegas, so I knew some things. Krista and I have been 3 times. We've been to Vegas 3 times. And she's actually from, like, she was born in Vegas, so she's been there a lot more times than me. But we've traveled on trips either together or in, like, we wound up together 3 times. Because we met in Vegas. We met in Vegas, and then we proposed to each other in Vegas. But yeah, I'm really tired, so I'm sure I'm not making a lot of sense. I'm gonna finish my coffee and then sleep because I'm so tired that even my Dragonflight Inn dark roast coffee, I don't think can keep me awake. But yeah, I will talk to you at some point, Gremlins. Also, I'm wearing my Hadestown, I know you can see the camera strap, I'm sorry. My Hadestown sweatshirt from when we saw it because I want winter to be over. So Persephone, if you could just tell your man, like, I gotta go, I need to see my mom, that'd be great. That'd be wonderful. Because I would like no more snow. And I just need Hades to know that. So Persephone, just go talk to your mother, leave the underworld for a bit, leave me to sleep and not worry about snow. Okay, I'm gonna go Gremlins because now I'm rambling about is it Greek? Yeah, it's Greek mythology. Good God, I'm so tired. All right, Gremlins, I love you in a platonic way. Good, I'm so tired. I'm delirious. I'm gonna go before I have some kind of breakdown because of exhaustion. I'm gonna finish watching this episode of Abbott Elementary though, and then probably fall asleep. So yeah, I will talk to you later, Gremlins, either about High Fidelity or just things in general. I don't know. So tired. I'm so tired. I may have clicked that right as you sneezed. I'm honestly not sure.
I'm sorry.
No, I don't care. Hi, Gremlins. It is Thursday night. We have been running errands since after work. Chloe is feeling better, but she's very hungry. And she just ate a ton of chicken and rice very quickly. She's been getting small amounts of chicken and rice like throughout the day, kind of. But she needed her antibiotic. So yes, we also got an official diagnosis from the doctor that she does have like a GI infection. But she seems to be doing better. She slept through the entire night, which was very, very nice for everyone. But yeah, so my workday was ridiculously busy because we have like a training thing going on. So it was just a lot of day. And there was no time. Even like when I like thought I could say something during lunch, like there's no time. There was no time today. But it is Thursday. I'm wearing a very cozy Salem, Massachusetts sweatshirt. But we are about to watch, try and do a very quick transition, Harley Quinn, cause it's Thursday. So there's a new episode. Also, I pre-ordered the Harley Quinn, Poison Ivy, Tim Drake Robin, and Batwoman DC Pride Funko Pops. They aren't coming out until sometime in February, possibly early March, but I pre-ordered them because they're really cool because they use the like flags to do each of them. So Tim and Harley are both like bi-pride themed. Batwoman is the lesbian pride flag, and then Poison Ivy is in the Progress pride flag, I believe. I think that's what it is. If it's not that one, it is the one that also includes the intersex symbol. And I forget if that has a different name, but they all looked very cool. I'm very excited. So yes, but we are about to have dinner. So while we were running errands, we stopped at Sam's Club, and I'm just gonna very briefly, we're having Sam's Club sushi, and I'm going to have this very, very tasty honey pear cider from 1911. It tastes like mead. It's so good, but I'm gonna go because we're gonna eat. But yeah, we had a lot of errands that we had to run. So it's late, we're both really hungry. And I don't really have anything to tell you. I read like the first tiny section of High Fidelity. And I have, the only cognizant thought I have is that it is a book written by a man, about a man who has thoughts on women. I don't even know how to phrase that. There's like a weird section about, like, he's talking about one of his exes, but it's not really an ex. Like, it's a girl. Oh, Chloe, you gotta come back up. A girl he dated as a child or like a teenager, and it's just very meh. But we'll see. I'm hoping it picks up. So Chloe. I will talk to you later. I gotta go. Chloe is on the floor and we need to get her off the floor. She's just sniffling around, and she's doing that because she hears a cat. So I'm gonna go. We're gonna eat. We're gonna watch Harley, and it's gonna be a great evening because I love Harley Quinn, and King Shark's in this episode. Okay, I'll talk to you later. We're gonna eat sushi. Bye, gremlins. I will talk to you sometime tomorrow. Good morning. I've already had a very full day and I haven't even started work yet. So I got up at like 6:45, I think. And I had to shovel the entire base of our driveway, like all the way up past the sidewalk. It was a lot because snowplows had pushed snow in, a lot of snow. So I had to do that because Krista had PT at 8 a.m. and she needed to be able to leave the house at like 7:30. So I was like, okay, I'll do that. So I like did all that shoveling. I shoveled a path to the car from the house, like from our front door all the way down. And then I scraped and brushed off the car. It's also Krista's birthday, so there will be a lot of birthday stuff that you won't get to see. I'm cooking a lot today for her birthday. So for this birthday, she specifically said like she wanted like clothing things more than anything else, and I bought her the shirt that she wanted, like the specific design, and she like tried it on and made sure it fit. So like she got that, and then she bought herself more of them in a slightly different style. So like she already got that because we have agreed like we're gonna try and limit what gifts are to like things we actually need. So she got that, and then my folks sent her a Steelers sweatshirt because she was looking at one, but she told me to get this like t-shirty thing instead. So I didn't get the Steelers sweatshirt, and my mom was asking, and I was like, oh, Krista really wants a sweatshirt, but she told me not to get it because I was getting her something else. So they got her that, and it's very cozy, and I think she got a lot of wear out of it, which is nice. But yeah, so I did all that snow removal, and then I went and woke Krista up so she could go to PT. I took the dogs out, fed Chloe her special breakfast. She's doing better, much better, which is good. So she had her special breakfast, and then the other dogs had their normal breakfasts. And then what else did I do? Oh, I had to go back out because I needed to snow blow the actual driveway and the sidewalk around the house. Because while I had shoveled a lot of it, I haven't been able to snow blow it fully. I have coffee in front of me and I'm taking a sip. Hi. So like I did all of that. Because we're supposed to get more snow, and if I didn't do the driveway today, I was worried that the snow would get too high in certain spots. So I did that, did the sidewalk, and then I came in and took a shower because I was really sweaty, and it still isn't time for work to start. So I took a shower. That's why my hair is in the sky. Yeah, and then I came in here, made coffee. I did log into my work computer because if you don't log in at a certain time, and you log in too close to 9, you sometimes get locked out of some stuff, which is annoying. So I try and log in at least 15 to 20 minutes before work to make sure I can get into certain systems. So yeah, it's an interesting setup, but I have a way that I deal with it. So I made coffee, taking another sip. This is again the Dragonflight blend that's like twice as caffeinated, dark roast. And then in Gilmore Girls fashion, I don't know, I feel like Jess would eat them if Rory offered them. I made Pop-Tarts because I need food because I was looking at snow and I can tell I'm gonna get really hungry. They're peach Pop-Tarts. They're not great. but Krista doesn't like them and she likes the strawberry kind. And we bought these thinking she would like them, but we have a big box of strawberry, so I'm just eating the ones that she doesn't like. And they're fine, I don't mind them. So I'm doing that. And then I have a book update for you. So I am halfway through High Fidelity. I have a coffee ground in my mouth. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna duck. Look at the cat. Yeah, it's a coffee ground. I thought there was a coffee ground in my coffee. So brain, yes. So in High Fidelity, we are following Rob, whose girlfriend Laura has broken up with him and moved out. The first section, the only section I had read before I updated you yesterday, was his list of top 5 most like heartbreaking breakups. And it's basically to show Laura she's not on it. Like, it's him venting and then being like, see Laura, you're not even on the list. And then the rest of the book has been him dealing with the breakup, and then us getting like some insight into like his job at the record store, because he like owns it, and the people who work there. So, oh gosh, what are even their names? I was reading this so late last night. But yeah, so he works there with Dick and Barry. They're both part-time, but they're at the shop all the time anyway. So they're like the only 2 people that work there. And we get like some stuff on music because he loves his records and his record collection. And then also, again, him dealing with the breakup. It's a lot of him dealing with the breakup and then like trying to figure out why Laura left, and then figuring out, oh, there was another guy who she calls Ian, but he knew by another name. That's in the synopsis. Like, I'm not telling you anything that's not on the back of this book. And so the reason for this like top 5 thing is in the record store, he and the 2 guys do their like top 5 Cheers episodes, top 5 Barry Manilow songs, like stuff like that. And so the top 5 breakups like fits into that. So he's only done like a handful of top 5s though. And I remember in the show, which is slightly different than the book, it's a gender bend casting. I feel like there were more top 5s, but so far it's just kind of like, this is a man's life after a breakup. Like, he's just kind of talking through everything that's going on. He's fine. Some stuff he says really bugs me. Like, there's a section when he's talking about himself as a teenager, and the section is just very uncomfortable in how they're talking about, like, they're teenagers, so they're talking about teenage girls, but because he's an older man reflecting on it, it's very uncomfortable for me, because he's like talking about like invading and conquesting and like being upset that this girl won't let her touch her boob, like won't let him touch her boob. And so he's like, well, then I tried to distract her by touching her lower, and then she was even more upset. And I'm like, yes, because she doesn't want you touching her. I do not understand like why you weren't getting the hint. I get you're a teenager, but like, gross. So that was uncomfortable, and that was very early. That's in that top 5 breakup thing, and I was like, oh. He has gotten a little bit better. He is still a touch, like, he's also upset with Laura. So like, I can't tell if like in his everyday life he talks like this, or if some of it is designed to be like he is upset at women collectively because his girlfriend has left him. So I'm kind of giving him a pass in some regards. The thing with in the breakup part, I was gross, and I think it should have been removed or edited, but that's just me. But I am giving him a pass when he's kind of like, ugh, women. And I'm like, okay, but you just got broken up with, so I guess I'll let it go, because if this was a book with a female narrator, she would probably be saying like, okay, I hate men. And I'm like, yeah, she probably would. So I will give it to him. Take another sip of coffee. So it's fine. Once I was like in the zone, it was a pretty quick read. So I'm hoping to read some during lunch. I don't know that I'll really have a ton of time before work, but I'm gonna try and read some. Definitely during lunch, see how far I can get. Because I would like to finish this before too long, because I still need to read Slaughterhouse 5. And then figure out how I'm reading that edition of Howl. And I will show it to you in more detail when I get to that, because it's the final thing I'm reading for this. Because the book is massive. Like, it's a coffee table book. But I know there's not a lot of reading. Like, it's mostly pictures. So I'm just like, what are you? So yes, when I get to Howl, I'll fill you in. But I need to finish this in Slaughterhouse 5. And I'm just like very slowly doing this vlog, because like Chloe's been sick, I've been sick. A dumpster fire is occurring around us in general. Not specifically where I live, but you know, like where we all live, unless you are watching this from Canada or a different country. But you know what I'm talking about. Just like dumpster fire nonsense. On that note, I will say, even though I am dressed very goofily. I will say that your identity is valid, and you are a valid person, and you are loved, and you should continue being your most authentic self, no matter what anyone says, because you know what? None of that matters. Like, what people say doesn't matter. Now, does it make things difficult in life? Yes, because people are trash. But you, personally, are an incredible human being, and I just want anyone to know that how you identify is valid. And if you know what I'm talking about, you'll understand why I'm saying this. It has nothing to do with this book, but I'm just like saying it now before I forget, because I think that's important to know, and I support you all, and this is a safe space for those who need support. I'm here for you. You can, I am technically old enough to be someone's mother, so I can be your gay aunt. We're going with gay aunt. I will be your bisexual aunt who you can vent to if you would like. I'm here for venting, just saying random things into the ether, you know. But I'm gonna go now because I have work. But yes, my dear gremlins, you are loved, and I will talk to you when I've finished High Fidelity is the goal. Though if I haven't finished it by the time I'm making dinner, I'll be vlogging anyway because I want to show you what I'm making for dinner and for breakfast tomorrow. So again, even if I don't finish this, you're getting dinner content because I'm making a lot of stuff. So I will talk to you later, gremlins, either about the book, probably about the book, and about the food. So talk to you later. Hello, my hair is in a very interesting bun where like somehow all the purple is back here, which makes sense because my hair is growing out, but it gives me very interesting hair on camera, which is fine. I'm here because my workday has ended and I was able to finish High Fidelity during lunch. So did finish it. It is done. It's a quick read, admittedly, like short chapters for the most part, pretty easy to flip through. Rob is fine. I don't want to spoil this, but it's really just like day in the life over a course of a few months with Rob, and we just see things evolving with him in his personal life, him contending with like just being in a relationship and understanding what a relationship is or how relationships have worked for him in the past. I will say I appreciate that we actually got a section with his ex who he was like, well then there is an ex where he specifically says she then slept with this other guy like immediately after we quote unquote broke up. He's very weird about it. And then he has lunch with her or something and she's like, no, that is not how that happened. So I appreciated that was included because she's actually very upset and she's like, you kind of ruined my life a little bit. And he's like, oh, I definitely misremembered that. Like, sorry. So there was that at least. But it was all right. The television series is set in the US and I believe the movie with Cusack is too, but this is set in England. So that was an interesting twist for me. I thought this was set in America. Nope. So yeah, it was all right. Not, if I was going to rank it, I would say this goes above Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. In that it was all right. Not a horrible time. It was easy. It felt a little bit like I had to read a book that was assigned for an English class and I was just like done. But it was all right. Not my favorite thing in the world, but it was all right. The next book on the list, and oof, this is gonna be not the book itself. Actually, not the book's content, like the writing of the book. The actual physical book may pose a problem for me. So this is such an old hardback book that it only cost $5.95 when it was created, published. But the issue here, I had not really like touched this book, and this book has suffered severe water damage over the years. So much so that a great deal of the book is warped, and there has definitely been at some point, this is just a random section, some book mold growth in the book. And fun fact, I was a history major for all of school, and in grad school at one point I had to get a book from the library to read for class. I had a week to read it, and when the book arrived it was so physically water damaged in the past that it was just like a moldapalooza, and I am very allergic to mold. It caused my hands to swell, it gave me severe allergy issues, And I did not have diagnosed asthma at that time. So we're gonna see how this goes. I've touched it a few times and haven't felt itchy, so I'm hoping this has been treated at some point. There is no note of that. There is no reference to this water damage. It should be in the system, I would hope. But yeah, so it smells like a book that has seen better days, so we're gonna see how that goes. But Slaughterhouse-Five by Kurt Vonnegut Jr. Is a war novel. It is a contemporary Pilgrim's Progress. That's mentioned in Little Women a lot, and I just read that. Well, reread that. With a hero named, curiously enough, Billy Pilgrim. He is the son of an American barber. He serves as a chaplain's assistant in the Second World War, is captured by the Germans, survives the largest massacre in European history, the firebombing of Dresden. Vonnegut, too, was a prisoner of war and saw that firestorm. Billy Pilgrim becomes an optometrist after the war, makes a great deal of money, is kidnapped by a flying saucer from the planet Tralfamador on his daughter's wedding night. He is mated in public in a zoo on that planet to a star of many Earthlings blue movies, the gorgeous Montana Wildhack, and so on. Beautiful. That, it literally says beautiful at the end. So, yes. When was this published? Hello, book. Can you just tell me when you were published? Before I really don't want to be touching this book a lot. Sorry, I'm just really panicky about the level of damage to this book and the mold growth that I know has occurred. 1969. Okay, so 1969, and although this is the 6th printing, so this is not the original publication date. Nope, that's for something else. Interesting. I love when they like don't provide you the original cover date, because this is 6th printing. Is this 1969? Gonna go with 1969. Does it say anywhere else in this book? No. No, I can't tell you. It's very damaged, falling out of its book sleeve book. So we're gonna go with 60s. Yeah, I'm kind of a Twilight Zone episode like this. So that's interesting. Also, yes, I have been scratching right here on my head. I think I had a mild allergic reaction to this face mask we did, or maybe I like left too much on my forehead. I don't know. But yeah, so the next book is Slaughterhouse-Five. I will talk to you about it when I can. I probably won't start reading it until this weekend, maybe tonight if Krista's super tired. I'll let you know, because if the book starts making my hand swell, I will stop reading it. Because I'm not doing that to myself again. It was horrible in grad school. I was in severe pain. Like, I could not bend my fingers. So we'll just see. We're gonna see how that one goes. But that is the next one. So I'll update you when I can, my dear gremlins, unless I turn into a giant mold spore. So yes, I will talk to you about Slaughterhouse-Five. Oh, actually, I will be showing you dinner first. Duh. I am making surf and turf for Krista's birthday. So I'm gonna show you dinner. You'll see that in a little bit. I'll probably show it to you completed because it's gonna be a little tricky to show you while I'm cooking. But yeah, so I will show you at some point tonight the dinner. Because yeah, got a couple things to do before dinner. But I will be back with dinner footage. So I will see you in my kitchen, gremlins. Hello! My hair still looks super odd in this bun. I want it to be higher, but my hair is too short right now. I don't know. I'm growing it out for a bit, I think, because it's really expensive to upkeep dye, and I just did. I like the purple. I wish I could do it myself. Like, I'm terrified to bleach my hair, but maybe if I like grew it out, I'd feel comfortable like once I get it cut, like bleaching the roots and doing my, or not the roots, the tips or something. I don't know. We're not getting into that now. I just think I look a little silly because the bun is so far back on my head. But I am cooking salmon. We decided to hold off and do the steaks tomorrow, just so we like don't waste any food, because the salmon is really good. The steaks will be good, I promise. So the steaks are tomorrow's dinner, so we can do tiramisu, and then later tonight I need to prep this breakfast thing, but I don't have counter space, so I'm not doing it yet. But I'm here to tell you I am halfway through Slaughterhouse-Five. This is a very quick read. My hands have not broken out, though. I'm either like thinking it's making me itchy, or it is actually making me slightly itchy if I touch certain parts of the book, so I'm trying to avoid touching the bottom. All the like previous water damage and like noticeable book mold is near the bottom, so I'm like not touching the bottom, and I'm kind of like turning the pages at the very top. But I am really enjoying it. So we've met, so there's like the intro where it feels like we're just like reading like chapter 1 is Vonnegut like as a writer, like explaining things, though yeah, so like that's what I'm going with. It's Vonnegut explaining the book to us in that first section, in chapter 1. And then we go into Billy Pilgrim, right? Billy Pilgrim, and how he became out of time and the alien abduction. And it's reading very Twilight Zone to me, which is incredible because I love the Twilight Zone. So I'm having like the freaking best time reading this book. It may be my favorite. What you may not know is, one, I love anything like religious themed, be it a cult, be it actual religion. Not that some cults don't have an actual religion, but like, you know, organized religion that's not a cult versus cults. Now I'm just thinking of so many things, but like a cult book or a book that focuses on like a religious group or a made up religion or something along those lines, or like religion is a theme. I also love like timey-wimey sci-fi. I love a time travel aspect, but I love the fact that this is out of time Billy. Like, things are happening to him, but he doesn't really have any control over them. Like, he's hopping in and out of time, and like throughout it, people are commenting like, oh, you fell asleep, but you were acting weird, like don't fall asleep near me, when we're in parts of World War II. And then other times it's, oh doctor, you were talking to me, and then you like fell asleep. Sorry, I moved and now it's focusing on my cat. Don't look at my cat, look at me. Hello, hi, focus on me. The cat's not talking. If he could talk, that'd be horrifying. Am I gonna be blurry the whole rest of the time because you want to focus on my cat? Blah, 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 blah. Seriously, I am more important than Binks right now because I'm actually talking, camera. Thank you. Sorry, that was chaos. Oh, and it did it again. It just wants to focus on his face. I'm stirring potatoes. We're doing mashed potatoes, but it's packet mashed potatoes, like powdered potatoes. So I'm just stirring that while the salmon is cooking. So I'm just really enjoying it. I'm loving the out of time part. I'm loving following Billy. And some stuff is a little random. Like the Three Musketeers get brought up a lot, like the candy bar and the characters. And we meet characters who ultimately don't survive because it's a war. Just like a lot of things are happening. So I'm just having fun like reading it. It's very quick. There are some like historical things that are explained, but like it just really feels more like reading a Twilight Zone episode. But like, yeah, I'm still gonna say it's like reading a Twilight Zone episode, which I know there are time travel. It's really dedicated to looking at Binks, this camera today. And I know Twilight Zone is older than this, so I don't know which inspired which. I feel like Twilight Zone possibly inspired Mr. Vonnegut, but I don't know. But actually it would have to, because Twilight Zone is older, I believe. I don't know if the time travel ones are as old. It's been a minute. I'm not looking up dates. I feel like this could be a Twilight Zone episode, so I'm going with Vonnegut may have been slightly inspired by the Twilight Zone. But I'm just enjoying it overall. So I'm having a good time. I'm sure I will enjoy it when it's done because I read halfway through really fast, while also doing my weird like only turning at the top so I don't touch book mold. So I'll fill you in when I get there. I'll show you finished dinner. So you get to see the plated salmon, which won't be like restaurant quality, but I'll let you see it. And then yeah, but I am enjoying it. So I am intrigued to know if I would like more of Kurt Vonnegut's work or if I'm just liking that this reminds me of a Twilight Zone episode. I'm not sure, but I gotta go. I gotta keep cooking. Gotta keep an eye on the salmon. And yeah, and then Krista and I are gonna eat dinner together. I'm having another pear cider. I had it yesterday. It's so good. I just want to like, I'm trying to ration them because I don't want to drink all of them. And Krista is having Arbor Mist. She used to get Arbor Mist when she would watch the show South of Nowhere, and she really wanted it, and she picked it up on her way home, plus some other wine, but she really wanted the Arbor Mist. So yeah, when I finish cooking, I will update you when I have thoughts on the end of Vonnegut, probably. I might finish it tonight, just, also I really want to finish it because I really don't want to touch it too much. So that's also motivating me to finish this book quickly, and then I'll just have Howl left, which I really feel like I'm reading an AP English like checklist, or like, they're not all American authors, but like some kind of literature course for like freshmen, sophomores in college. That's what I'm feeling. But yeah, I will go. I will talk to you later when I have updates, but you will get to see the salmon gremlins. I promise you will get to see the food, and you'll get to see it before midnight. Haha, get the joke. Anyway, I'm gonna go. I will show you food when it is done. Hello, I'm very quickly showing you my salmon, which is already split down the middle. Looks very unappetizing, admittedly. It would look prettier if I had it where the skin would be side down, but it will taste good. It's potatoes, salmon, butter, and my cider. And I was watching the Lisa Frank documentary. So I'm gonna go though, so I can eat with my wife. She already has her food. But I gotta take stuff upstairs, I gotta charge an iPad. I got a lot to do. So yeah, pretend that looks prettier. And I will talk to you at some point later, gremlins. Okay, I'm not getting this, but this is adorable. They're so cute. So cute. Adorable. I'm not pulling it off the shelf. I will knock everything down, but it's very cute. What is this doing in a Target? Why? Why? Hello, that's a camera strap. There we go. I am laying on the bed. Mostly to show you my outfit. So I wore this flannel. I wore my Hex Girl shirt that Krista got me from Hot Topic. Oh! Oh my god, I literally did not know what that was because you have the compression glove on. My brain was like, evil! Evil! And, oh, this is gonna be so awkward. I wore pleather leggings. Look at that. We've been running errands. You saw some of them since noon.
Too many errands.
And it's almost 5. Like, it's literally 3 minutes to 5. So, as a recap of our day, while I'm laying down, this is so awkward. I'm gonna sit up. I'll sit up. Okay, hi. A different cat is in my spot. Okay, hi. Can I? All right, I'm gonna sit. Sorry, this is so chaotic. There's Krista. She's gonna take a nap. And I'm gonna read. That's her compression glove that she has to wear for how long? Forever.
In the next 4 weeks.
4 weeks. But so first errand was Tully's. Because Krista wanted to get food from there. So we got food, but we have tons of leftovers that we're actually doing for dinner, right? Mm-hmm. Because, so we have those. And then after Tully's, we went to, where did we go? Was it TJ Maxx after Tully's? Oh, right, we went to the mall because I wanted to go see Bath and Body. We didn't get any of the Valentine's stuff, but we got some champagne toast scented stuff. They have shampoo and conditioner, which Krista's gonna try. Dry shampoo, which I'll probably try. And did we get the body scrub? Because it was buy 3 get 1 free. And then they very nicely told us we have 2 free items that we could use at any time between February and April. One by February something, and then one by April. Then the candy hearts scent smelled like candy hearts though. It was super weird. Yeah, it smelled like sweet tarts. It was really strange. And then we went to TJ Maxx, but we didn't get anything. We just looked because we were seeing if they had Valentine's coffee. They didn't have any left. I have a bag that I'm gonna drink in February. You can still see Krista. I'm trying to talk fast so she can go to sleep. Brain. Then we went to Target. Petco. Oh, we did pop into Petco because they were doing an adoption event and we wanted to see the dogs, but we missed it. It was over. Then we went to Target and we were gonna get
edible arrangements and Five Below.
No, we did Target and then edible.
Oh, did we? Yeah. Target and then.
Target was kind of a bust though because we went to get Buffalo Bill stuff. Buffalo Bill. That's really. Every time I say that, I just think of Silence of the Lambs, and my brain is like, you were gonna get something from Buffalo Bill. My brain. But we didn't see any Bill stuff that we liked, so we just didn't get anything because they're not like our team. They're just like they're in the playoffs tomorrow, and they could make it to the Super Bowl. So we were gonna get something, but we didn't. You can still kind of see Krista just chilling. This is the best angle for my hand, so you're just gonna be in frame the whole time. But yeah, so we walked through Target. Yes, I will acknowledge, I do know that they got rid of their DEI initiative, but a number of stores were already cutting them, which sucks, but like, it's corporate America, and if they don't have to pay for something, they're not gonna pay for it. Though, kudos to Costco for not getting rid of theirs.
Oh yeah.
So, we don't have a Costco, but I'm just saying, like, it sucks that they got rid of it, but like, we all, presumably a number of people work for corporate entities. You don't, you work for the county.
You work for the government.
You work for the government. I was like, how does that, yeah. But you're not, are you considered corporate?
No, I'm
government. You're government. But I work for a corporation. A number of people work for corporations. And if you work for a corporation, you know that if there's a way to save money, they'll do it. Like, it's a thing they will do. So I'm just not surprised. So yeah. So I'm just not surprised Target cut it. We didn't get anything there. Then we went to Edible Arrangements to place our Valentine's Day order. Then Five Below. And we actually got stuff at Five Below. I got a sweatshirt that's like spooky Valentine's Day. You got some stuff for your sister for future gifts. We got this sparkly cotton candy stuff that you put in drinks for Valentine's Day.
It's edible glitter.
Yeah. So we got that. And then we went to Lowe's. We went to Lowe's and walked around. And Krista went over a bunch of renovation project ideas with me. And then we did get something for doing screening. Got a little rolly tool thing. Then we went to Walmart because her mom wanted the corgi teacup that I have. And we rushed to see if we could get it before they sold out. Because we had thought she already got one. Because we mentioned it when they were in town. And we thought they were just going to go to Walmart and get it. And I guess they didn't. So we like ran over and I had to pick one of 4. I found the best condition one. And we got her a little bag and some tissue paper so it wouldn't break. So it's in like a cute little gift bag for her in the car. And that's all we got at Walmart. It was just that. Oh, and we got other gift things for people who like Bridgerton that we know. Then, I don't know why we're barking. Where did we go after Walmart? Was Walmart
Pet Supply.
Pet Supply. We had to get dog food, and we had a 15% off coupon and a $10 off coupon, so we got 2 bags of dog food, but not the flavor we normally get for the dogs, but we got 2 bags because it was the best deal. I don't know what Parker's barking at. He's just gonna keep barking. Then after Pet Supply, we came home.
I can do this now?
Yes. This is a big deal. Because it includes her broken finger. And she can almost make a fist. She's very close.
That close.
Yes.
That close.
So close.
So close. See.
Yeah. It's really close. It's the top joint. So yes, that's a big deal. Is that it? We came home, I fed the dogs and took them out. I put groceries away. I put the leftovers in the fridge.
Now I'm going to learn how these
people screened
in their stuff because I'm doing it in the spring.
Yeah. So I think that's it. I think that's all the things.
It's snowing.
It is snowing and I'm really mad about it. But it was snowing less when I took Parker out. So maybe it's stopping. We're getting a snowstorm again. But yeah, I think that's it. I think that's all the things. It's been a very busy day. I'm going to change into cozy clothes and try and finish Slaughterhouse 5 because I would, again, really like to stop touching that book so that I don't have an allergic reaction. Yeah, I think that's it. That's everything, Gremlins. I may or may not talk to you later tonight. I don't know. If I finish Slaughterhouse 5, I'll do an update because then I'll only have Howl left, which I'm going to figure out when and how I'm going to read that at some point. So yeah, but I'm going to go for now, Gremlins. It's been a very busy day. Also, you got to see book footage at Target because they got like 1 billion more books in because it's January and Valentine's Day is coming. Though please note, there was a ton of dark romance there that confounded me, like Her Soul to Take, which is like, I think a demon romance that I thought was like supposed to be super smutty, and then like some other ones that I was shocked by. I even did that clip where I showed you that shark one. That sounded horrifying. Kayla and Gavin read it and it sounded horrifying. Don't know why that's on my Target. I mean, it's fine. Read what you want. But I think it's interesting that we have basically erotica for sale at Target. And yet my Target did not want to have a Pride collection. So straight erotica is fine. A thing that says gay on it is not.
I can also pet kitties. Yes. And the finger actually moves with the rest of the kitties with the petting.
Yes, it does.
I curved it around the steering wheel as it was driving.
Yes.
These were all big deals.
They are very big deals. They really are. He's enjoying the pets. All right, I'm gonna go, Gremlins. That was just a comment on my Target. They did actually put out the Pride collection. They just kind of hid it in part of the store. So ours did put it out. There were stores that did not put it out at all. So I will at least say our store did put it out. They just did not give it its big section. But they did put it out. So I can't be... I can still be mad at it. It was in men's one year. It was in women's this year. It was all over the place. They moved it a couple times. It was weird. So like, I'm annoyed that they did that, but I can't be that mad because at least our Target didn't say no to putting out the collection completely.
Who do you want to see in the Super Bowl? What are your 2 teams?
Yes.
My team's already out because they sucked this year. Really, really badly. They should not re-sign Russell Wilson, who sucked a big sucky egg. They should resign Fields, who is 4-2, and then for some reason they still removed him and put in Suxter. So go with Fields, but my team never listens to me, so it is what it is. We're not anywhere near the Super Bowl. We're out in the very first round. It is what it is. Go Bills. Go Eagles.
There you go. But yeah, you can let me know. I haven't followed anyone really except the Steelers because Chris kept me updated. But yeah, but I'm gonna go Gremlins. I'm gonna get comfy. I'm gonna try and read, and I will update you either sometime tonight or when I finish Slaughterhouse 5, whichever comes first. Bye for now. Hello from me and the mayor of Halloween Town. I have changed. I have a different Hex Girls thing on. I have my Hex Girls sweatshirt on. Goose is slowly walking up the bed, so perhaps she will appear. And I finished, hi bub, Slaughterhouse 5. So, see, there's Goose. She's trying to get on Krista, which might wake Krista up. She just dozed off, I think. That's very cute. She would like her clavicle. Krista's too asleep. But I finished Slaughterhouse 5. I really enjoyed it. It is definitely like an account of World War II in a sense. So Vonnegut does actually present himself in the book a couple of times in the final chapter. That first chapter is Vonnegut, and then he briefly mentions himself in a not so flattering way in one thing where he says, and this is the author. And it's when they feed all of these prisoners of war very, very rich food, and because they haven't really had any food at all, they get remarkably sick. And he says he's one of the men who's saying, like, everything has come out of me except for my brain. Oh, look, there it goes. Like, he has pooped his brains out. But yeah, it was good overall. They do set up that so it could be a number of things. So Billy is mentioned as having a head injury, so the story could be that he is truly time traveling, or he could be contending with a traumatic brain injury, or PTSD, or all of those things. So it was interesting. I really enjoyed it. And the subtitle, The Children's Crusade, has to do with a section of the book where he says, if I write the book about World War II, I'll call it The Children's Crusade. So it's subtitled. And then Slaughterhouse 5 is a location that Americans are kept in Dresden. So it's like an unused, at that point, slaughterhouse that's in Dresden. So that's where the title comes from, if you were curious. But I really enjoyed it. The writing was fun, easy to follow. I like a story that could be science fiction, might not be science fiction. It was fun. The subject matter does get kind of dark because it is talking about World War II and being a prisoner of war in certain elements. It's also Billy Pilgrim's life, so we get a lot of different things. So yeah, I finished it, which is good because I sneezed once and I don't feel itchy, but I feel like my allergies are acting up, so I'm gonna get this book very far away from me, so I don't have to come in contact with it again. Well, until I return to the library. So I'll probably take a picture of it, just so I have it, but I'll probably put it and Howl together and just take like a casual little picture of the two of them together. And then I need to take a photo of High Fidelity, but I want to take it with some of my CDs, so I'm not going to do that right now. But yeah, so I finished it. That is final book on the list. Well, not final, Howl is the final book, but I still have to figure out how I'm going to read that. I might bring it in here so I can look at it and like figure it out, but I'm not gonna read it today. We were gonna eat around 6 and that's in about less than 10 minutes. So yeah, but I finished Slaughterhouse 5, really enjoyed it. I'd say it and Franny and Zoe are probably like equal right now. I did really enjoy them. So that's the update for you for now. I'm not gonna vlog the rest of the day. May vlog a teeny bit tomorrow, but we're doing a belated birthday lunch with Krista's folks, so that's going on tomorrow. And then I don't know what else. We haven't like really planned anything. It's supposed to snow, so I'm preparing snow removal, like do snow removal tomorrow and into Monday. Also, I feel like I should briefly explain, I'm totally fine with people reading erotica. I've even read and reviewed erotica for our website before, so that's my comment was more they think it's totally fine to have erotica out where children can see it, and it's like near books for children, but they were uncomfortable having like the pride things out where children could see them. I feel like was the argument that a lot of people were like seeing or like getting from that, and it was just like they didn't want people to like see the pride collection at some Targets. So that's what I was saying. I'm totally fine if you read erotica. I have read some erotica. Some erotica is very well written. But yeah, so it wasn't a comment on erotica. I even own some erotica. I have a book called Cthulhu erotica that I bought a bajillion years ago. this like random online book club that does not exist anymore did it one like as their first month pick, and I was like, oh, this sounds so bizarre, like I need to read it. And some of it is very well written, some of it's just really weird, but I have it on my shelves. You might notice it if you look in videos where you can see behind me, because it's on one of the shelves that is visible when I'm filming. But yeah, so that's it for my update, Gremlins. Read what you like, read what you want. I highly recommend you read queer literature, literature by non-white people, which this vlog is not helping with. Everything has been a white man, which was not intentional. It's just how the Jess Mariano list worked out, because I read Frankenstein. I believe Frankenstein was on the list, and like some other things, Jane Austen, but I wound up picking ones by white guys, which not very diverse of me. I apologize, but we'll see. I feel like sometimes my reading is just very goofy, but I highly encourage diverse reading outside of I think some of these guys are still alive. But yeah, I'm gonna go though, because I'm a little rambly. That occasionally happens when I have my camera up, but I just thought I should say that. Read diversely, read what you like. But I'm gonna go. I'm gonna put this in my office so it's away from my face, so that I stop being sneezy and sniffly and itchy. I'm not that itchy, I just feel like I'm starting to think I'm itchy. So I'm gonna go. I'll talk to you later, Gremlins, when I have an update on Howl. Howl is the last one. I have to finish Howl and whatever the subtitle of that is. And then this vlog will officially be done. It's the final book. We have one book to go. I will talk to you when I have thoughts on that last book, Gremlins. Hi, good morning. This morning is already chaos. Oof. So dogs are fine. But we were giving Parker alone time upstairs with Krista and then me when I get up there. But the girl dogs decided that was not the case and stormed the gates. It's a little gate, like a literal gate between the living room and the stairs. That was madness. They are back downstairs. He is upstairs. I just preheated the oven to make this French toast casserole, and now the oven's being a little annoying, so I'm gonna have to mess with it before I can put it in. I'm also making coffee. I made Krista Luke's Diner coffee. I'm making the Dragonfly Inn double dark roasty thing, and that is finishing. And I have to do a billion dishes. Yes, oven, I hear you. My oven needs my attention. But I wanted to show you the French toast casserole. Also, if you see my iPad, I'm catching up on BookTube. Sorry for the cough. This is the French toast casserole. I had to make it last night and then put the topping on this morning. So it was, I had to like make a caramel kind of. So brown sugar, butter, that's in the bottom. Then an egg, milk, vanilla thing, and then put French bread down and like pour the egg mixture on top and then add the crumbly stuff today. I don't know. Krista got this recipe from my brother's mother-in-law. So it's actually from allrecipes.com. It's the Easy French Toast Bake, I think is what it's called. But yeah, I gotta get this in. It cooks for 30 minutes and I have to do dishes in that 30 minutes. So I'm gonna do that because we have a lunch at 1. So I'm gonna work on this. I'll show you the finished product and I will talk to you in a little bit. I feel a little scrambled for time solely because the oven is acting up, but I think maybe it fixed itself. We'll see. But I will talk to you later, Gremlins, when I have a completed breakfast to show you. Behold the finished product. I did have to pull it out a little early because some of the bread was starting to get a little burnt. I feel like maybe I could have done this in a smaller pan. This is the pan we had purchased to do this because I was going to make it for Christmas, so I just used it anyway. I feel like maybe I should have done a smaller pan and that would have like made sure all the bread got a ton of moisture, but that's info for next time. Then I got it into bowls. They are in very cute Halloween bowls, but they were in the sink and it was easy to grab them. I am going to take Krista hers. Oh, yes, and I have more coffee. Also watching Kayla. But I need to see if I'm supposed to put syrup on it because I don't know. So I'm going to take Krista hers and then ask her, and then I can bring syrup up to her. So yeah, so that's where we are. This is French toast. And I'm going to run this upstairs. I'll let you know how it is later. She ate it at the wedding and I did not. This was like wedding morning breakfast, but I didn't have any unintentionally. Like I was in makeup when they were eating and I just didn't want to grab it any. So yeah, I will let you know what we think when we eat it, or after we eat it, I guess. Gremlins. Hello. You're gonna focus? There we go. We are back from lunch in a very brief errand running thing. So we needed to, after Walmart, look for some shoes for Krista, but we couldn't find them. So we wound up ordering them online while we were running errands. And then I needed to go to Walmart, which, okay. Walmart is also another company that I believe has dropped their DEI setup. Like any programs they had in place have been removed, which again, this sucks. I think it's crap that they're dropping them. I understand why they're dropping them, because again, they're corporations, they're being told they don't need to have them or pay for them anymore, so they're trying to cut costs. And I get it, but also it sucks. The issue is that there are some things I have to get at certain places. I have talked about this a number of times, but I have asthma, and there's certain over-the-counter things that I have to take based on how my asthma is, and the best place for me to get it is Walmart, because it's the cheapest place to get it. And like, I am not going to spend twice the price or even like $10 more because I consistently need this, so I pay for it like numerous times a month, or like consistently enough that it would be a problem if I like really stopped buying it at Walmart and started buying it at an actual pharmacy, because they charge a lot more at the pharmacy even for their generic. So like, I need Zyrtec, I need Mucinex, and currently I need calcium, which you can get anywhere. I just happened to get it at Walmart because we were there, because I get a shot that reduces your calcium production, like bone density. It has something to do with bones, so I have to take a calcium supplement because I don't drink enough dairy. So the Zyrtec and the Mucinex at Walmart are a lot cheaper, and the right dosage. I tried to get Mucinex at a local store and it was fine, but the dosage was weird. So like, it wasn't working as effectively because it had a different dosage than standard Mucinex, and it was the same price as what I would pay for my normal dosage. So I can't really get it there because they don't sell it in the dosage I need. So it's basically Walmart or an actual pharmacy where I pay a lot more. So I had to get it at Walmart. It's the best place to get it. I feel like really it's gonna be unavoidable to like not go to places that have gotten rid of their DEI stuff, at least in our area, because I'm gonna put you down. Like, I have to get groceries at Walmart. Like, it's the only feasible place to get them. We have an Aldi, but that Aldi, like our Aldi doesn't carry everything that we need. We have a local-ish place called Price Chopper, but the prices there are way different. You're supposed to use your card consistently. Even then, there's frequently a pretty decent difference between Walmart and Price Chopper, and like, I don't even know about Price Chopper because it's smaller, so I don't think there'd be like an article if they decided to drop any programs. Like, I wouldn't know, I don't think. So like, I have to grocery shop at Walmart. Like, in our area, that's the only feasible option. So I'm gonna be at Walmart consistently for grocery things and for medicine things. Like, it's just gonna happen. Target, we just kind of go there to walk around, sometimes to look at Star Wars stuff, sometimes to look up books because there are no bookstores around here, and they have the best book selection of a grocery store, which is again the only place I can look at books that isn't the library. So like, we go there to look at stuff like decor, stuff like that. We don't really buy anything there consistently. Like, we don't need to, but I'm just saying, like, it sucks the companies are getting rid of DEI because they're like, oh, we don't need this now. You're saying we don't need it. We don't have to fund it. We don't have to pay anything towards it. And I'm just like, ugh. Like, it does suck. Like, we would shop at Costco if we had a Costco. There's not even one near us. And like, there's Sam's Club, which we occasionally go to, but that is owned by Walmart, which means I'm sure it also dropped its DEI stuff because it's owned by the same company. And I'm just like, ugh. So it's just stressful because like, you can't, a lot of it you can't avoid. Like, there's no getting around it. And like, we went to Lowe's, also has dropped their DEI stuff, but that's the only place we can go to get stuff we need for the house. Like, if we're doing a home improvement project, there's no one else here. There's a Home Depot, but Home Depot here is not great. And I also believe Home Depot itself maybe has done some not great things. I don't know. But like, it's Lowe's or nothing. So like, we don't have the option to shop, like drive super far away to shop at somewhere that we like maybe would want to support more because they're too far away, and it's winter, so we can't really go a lot of places. I'm just saying, like, I'm not going to be able to not shop at certain places because they have made decisions I don't agree with, which is frustrating. But like, I am blocked in to that based on where I live and where I can shop. So I'm just saying it is what it is. Like, I just like thought I would mention it because I'm like, all of these places I know have dropped it, but there's no avoiding them. Like, I have to go to them. Also, I mean, I still use Amazon, and I know Amazon is not like the world's best company. So yeah, like, sometimes you just have to do what you have to do to survive in the world. And yeah, that's all I'm saying. Anyway, I'm gonna show you fun things now that I've ranted about DEI and the reduction of DEI and all of that. Cute thing. So at Walmart, they had an entire display, I'm gonna move this, of cakes. And they were all Valentine-y cakes. and we got All of Me Hearts All of You, because All of Me Heart like loves all of you is our wedding song. And we used to make a ton of olive puns because Krista hates olives and I like olives. Actually, she custom made this a long time ago. It's a marshmallow and an olive because I hate marshmallows, she hates olives. But we used to like make jokes about mushrooms and olives and marshmallows. So she like made the sign, and so this guy was perfect. So we got this. It's chocolate cake with vanilla buttercream. I need to, oh crap, I hit the wrong button and now that coffee cup is way too full. I was making coffee for Krista. And then the other thing is I got this a couple days ago at Sam's Club, and it's Hey There Cheese. There is a, like, Kirk in Gilmore Girls makes a shampoo and like soap thing called Hey There because he uses hay. And I saw this and I was like, we have to get it even if it's horrible. We haven't tried it yet. It's a truffled Gouda. And it's made with, it says it's made with like raw milk. And I was like, I don't understand. You're selling it, which means it's food safe. Like like there's a whole thing with raw milk, but it's something, it says something. Thermized cow's milk? I don't know. I feel like they can't, like, if this were not made in a way that was safe to eat, they couldn't sell it at Sam's Club. So I got it because Hey There, and it seemed perfect and it just cracked me up. So yeah, but I'm making us coffee. We're gonna each take a nap. And then at some point today, I'm gonna finish Howl because I'll move this back up because I only have Howl left, and the book I have for it is, there we go, is like huge, but the poem itself is not. Like, Howl itself is not a huge poem, so it's not gonna take me that long to, Cat, what are you doing? He's trying to climb behind the oven. It's not long, so I'm gonna finish that today so I can be done with filming for the vlog, and I'll let you know about that. But I'm gonna go. Oh, I have another thing to show you that's very cute that Chloe's obsessed with. But yeah, I will show you later when I get upstairs. So I will talk to you. Hi, Bane. Bane says hi. But we're gonna go. Just sorry about the ranting bit, but I was just like, I wanted to explain because I was like, ugh, like it sucks, but also like I can't really avoid it in my area. So yeah, I'm gonna go. I will talk to you later. Behold, Shorty the Beaver. Named after Shorties from Winona Earp. There was a shirt that existed that said, "Get your beaver buzzed at Shorties," which is, you know, a joke that I think if you think hard enough, you'll get. But we thought he was super cute. He's a little hard on his butt. But I grabbed him because I was like, oh, he's so cute. And Krista was like, I feel like we have to get him. And I was like, okay, so we got him. And Chloe's obsessed with Shorty. She refuses to let go of him. She's been carrying him around. She was playing with this one, which is flipped over, but the dog that they're selling at Walmart looks like Bruni when he was a puppy. So we bought it and she was obsessed with him. And now she's obsessed with Shorty. She also really likes this animal squishmallow. We got Five Below for her. Well, for Kira, but Chloe took this one. So yeah, so behold, Chloe and Shorty. Also, Chloe is feeling much better. She is, she's basically back to normal. She just has to finish up her antibiotics and the probiotic. And she gets chicken and rice again today. But she's also getting dog food.
We gotta pull those toys because the snow is melting.
Yes. And we're supposed to disinfect some stuff that's in the yard. But she's feeling great. She has a new beaver buddy. And Parker's over here. We're doing 2 dogs at a time today. So Chloe and Parker are up. Bruni and Kira are downstairs. But we'll swap at some point. But we're gonna go. You can hang out with your mom. And your Shorty. So tell the vlog bye. Say bye, gremlins. Mom will talk to you later about some weird book called Howl. Good morning. I feel like my hair probably looks really, really crazy today. It is before work, like well before work still. So I got up early because Krista has physical therapy because it's Monday, and oh goodness. So I just shoveled the driveway. Then I had to make sure she was up, which she was already awake. Take out all the dogs, feed them, water them, all that jazz. Then once Krista left, I needed to snow blow the driveway because we're expecting even more snow. So I like snow blowed, so that was out of the way. I had to do the sidewalk because the sidewalk was really crappy, like the whole sidewalk around our house. So I did that. Then I came in. I needed to take my like meds. I was gonna take those earlier, but I didn't. So I took all my asthma medication, and then I got clothes. You will recognize this sweatshirt. I have worn this in this vlog already. But I needed to take a shower because I was like gross from snow blowing and shoveling, and I need to take the second skin off my tattoo. So I'm not showing it to you solely because so you have to use unscented lotion, and the unscented lotion I have is Aquifer. I used it the very long ago time, like that I got my other tattoo, so I'm just using that. But the Aquifer is like, it picks up fibers, so like I put a very thin layer over the tattoo, super thin, and it just like looks a little shiny because it's like a My mom had this stuff called lanolin when I was like, is it lanolin? No, that's something else. Anyway, my mom had this other stuff that looked very similar. I don't know why they're barking. This is lovely. Really? Bruni, stop! It's only Bruni. He's barking at something outside that he thinks is really important. No idea. But like, I feel like you've seen Aquifer. It's almost like a chapstick kind of consistency, if that makes sense. Like, it's thicker than a standard lotion, and then it's like clear-ish. So it's on the tattoo, but because I put my sweatshirt on that has black, my coffee is done, black fibers, the fibers are like, there's like little fuzzies all over the tattoo, which are fine. It's in the lotion. It shouldn't cause a huge deal. This happened when I got my other tattoo, even though that was small, because the Aquifer just like picks stuff up. And I will wash it before too long, but I was like, I knew that was gonna happen. So I may see if Krista can grab some unscented lotion, or if she knows if we have any, because it does say on my thing that I can use any unscented lotion, and that might cause less stickiness. But we'll have to see. So I'm not showing it to you because it's like fuzzy looking, like there's literal fuzzies from my sweatshirt on it. But yeah, that's really it for that update. I didn't read any of Howl yesterday. So again, this is the copy of Howl I have, which is like a coffee table book in essence, because it's more a like it's showing you a bunch of stuff that has to do with Howl, but the actual poem is in one spot. So I'm gonna like go through the whole book. I think I mentioned this before, but like not all of this is stuff I need to read again, because some of it is just like his manuscript, which I'll be reading in the transcription. So I'll be looking through it today before work, and I should be able to finish this because this vlog has been going on for a really long time. So the goal, get this done today before work / during lunch, depending. I have coffee. And yeah, yesterday, I also need to take my nail polish off because it looks gross, but yesterday, Krista and I decided just to have like a very cozy night in once we got back from the lunch. So we watched a bunch of trashy television, and we had a little bit of wine. We just like relaxed in bed, and like that was it. Like, we were gonna watch football and we didn't. She was like, no, let's just keep watching what we're watching, because we were watching The Ultimatum season 3, and then we're rewatching The Ultimatum Queer Love. So yeah, that's what we did last night. She checked the scores on her phone very randomly just to see. But yeah, so I need to read Howl, this very large behemoth of a Howl book. Oh, my battery's dying, so I definitely gotta go. Gotta charge my battery, gotta read this. I will talk to you later, gremlins, with the final book update of this vlog. Hello, gremlins. This is the final clip, I promise. I have officially ended Howl. So this is different than what Jess is actually reading in Gilmore Girls. So what he's reading is Howl and Other Poems, which I did look up, and my library system sent me this. This is, as I said, kind of a coffee table book. So what it does is it presents an introduction, then you read Howl, and then throughout the entire book, you're getting like images of his writing process, where it's like notes, and then as the book goes, there's like a ton of appendices. So Howl itself actually takes up, like the poem you read, actually takes up very little space in this book. So it's Howl the poem, then images and notations of how Howl came to exist. And then there are other sections that talk about like letters between him and other writers, discussion of Carl Solomon, who is the person he dedicated the poem to. There's a section on that. There's a section on like reception to Howl, some court cases that involved Howl at the time. And then what else? Oh, there's an entire section of poems at the very end that are inspirations to Ginsberg. And he's explaining like, these were the poems I was aware of. They like influenced me, and it's this whole set. There's also a section, it was prior to this, but it talks about when he first like presented Howl to an audience and this like big poet event that occurred. And so all of that was very interesting. It's just very, like, some of it is not dense, but it's just not what I expected, because what I was expecting was a poetry book. Like, I had requested just like the standard poetry book, like the collected Howl, like Howl itself, and then I believe it's other poems by Ginsberg, and this is not what this is. So this was interesting in an educational standpoint, but oddly enough, as I started reading, I have read Howl before, and I am very sure that I read Howl in high school. I think it was included in this like big poetry book we had, or it was in some book we were reading. I do not believe it was assigned. What I think occurred is my teacher probably told me to read it just like as an aside. So I just like started reading. I was like, I have read this. I do think the footnote was not included because there's another section. And I was like, I don't know that this was included in there. But I had read Howl itself before, because once I started reading it, I was like, oh, I know this poem. I've read this before. So this was interesting. I did learn some stuff. I learned about some other poets. I learned about Ginsberg's influences. So it was cool. It was also pretty cool to see his process. But like, this is not a book I would typically pick up. This feels more like something if I had an English minor in college, but like this seems like something I would read if I was taking like an American poets course and you would get assigned this and you would read this or something along those lines. This is not really a fun time read. It is very definitely a nonfiction account of Howl with Howl included for you as the reader. So this is really for someone who's very interested in like Ginsberg and the poetry movement and like all of that. And that's not really what I wanted. So this was interesting. Even if I did star rate books, I wouldn't rate this. This is a educational text. This is a nonfiction manuscript concerning Howl. So it's not even, I wouldn't even say, yeah, I think this poetry, what is this even listed as? Normally there's like a thing that tells you like, this book is considered, but it doesn't say that. Wow, this book was only 20 bucks when the library got it originally back in the day. But it was interesting. I learned things. So that is always a plus. This does seem like something Jess would read as he got older. Like he would have read Howl as a teenager, and then while he's working at the publishing place he works at in later seasons, I think he would read this. I think he would be very interested in it. I think he would annotate this. I think he would tab, highlight, do all that stuff in his free time. So this is sort of like evolved Jess. So, oh shoot, they're all over here. Okay, I'm gonna back up very awkwardly. Behold my fun shirt. And grab these. Because they're right here, and I'm not going to pause you just to pick up my book. So these are the books that I read. So you've already seen Howl, and then this is what we've got. So we have Franny and Zoe, which I really, really enjoyed. We have High Fidelity. This is not the order I read them in. This is the order they're in to take back to the library. High Fidelity, Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, and Slaughterhouse 5. Of the books I read, I am going to say, I think my stomach just growled. Franny and Zoe and Slaughterhouse 5 were my favorites. I appreciated reintroducing myself to Salinger because I did enjoy Catcher in the Rye when I was in high school. And I really enjoyed Slaughterhouse 5. I would say they're about equal reading-wise. Slaughterhouse 5 I would maybe read again, but not Franny and Zoe. Then Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas was just not for me. I'm sorry. I appreciate what it is. I appreciate that that's Hunter S. Thompson, but it's not for me. I did not particularly enjoy it. It was fine, just not for me. High Fidelity, again, it was fine. I think it's too long. I don't particularly care about Rob in this. He's kind of a jerk, but it was all right. And then Howl, again, is basically a giant compendium about Howl and not just a book of poetry. So that is everything. Those are the 5 books that I read from the, I need to put these down, from the reading like I think it was like Jess's reading list or something on that website I mentioned at the beginning of the video. But that's 5 books. So Jess is a very interesting reader. A lot of what he reads is very intellectual. He seems like someone who likes trying to understand ideas, or even like being slightly philosophical in a sense, where he's examining thoughts, ideas. High Fidelity feels like a breakup book. I don't know if that's the case, but it seems like something you read when you're like contending with a breakup and you're a guy. So I thought this experience was interesting. I did learn things. I have tested literature I've never read before, except for Howl, which I had technically already read, but you know, same thing. So like, the book itself was new to me, just the poem was not. So yeah, I had a very fun time. Also, I'm gonna try and show you the tattoo because it looks less fuzzy now. So we're gonna aim. Okay, hi. When I tried to show you my tattoo, I like angled the camera funny and then realized that there was just like goofy stuff that may or may not have been visible that had some info on it you can't see, like addresses. So I cut the end of that clip off. But I am going to show you the tattoo because it does look less fuzzy than it did this morning. Not the lines. The lines are totally fine. It's just the aquifer picked up a lot of fuzz from my sweatshirt. And that has like worked its way off, which is good. So we're just going to angle you real quick. There we go. See, there it is. And then all you could see was like a ring light. I had some like mail stuff that I didn't realize was on the floor and I was like, oh no. So yes, that is it, for this. Have you done any of the like read like Rory Gilmore kind of things? I feel like Rory's list is so big that it's like intimidating. And this one was just fun for me because Jess has such different reading tastes to what I would normally read. So it was just interesting to me to have an opportunity to read all this stuff. So yeah, perhaps in the future I'll do a read like Rory, maybe, I don't know. We'll have to see how I'm feeling. I have a bunch of stuff lined up already for next month, so I don't need to add any more books right now. So that's the goal, is to get through that, maybe look into doing a read like Rory kind of thing, but we'll see. Yeah, so I would highly recommend Salinger and Vonnegut, which I'm sure a number of lists already recommend them. So I did have fun. I hope you enjoyed it. I feel like maybe this wasn't as Gilmore Girls-y as you would have expected, but we've been really busy. So like weird stuff has happened. Chloe got sick, I got sick. I had the tattoo, which was very fun, and I'm really enjoying how it looks. I'm very excited that I got it. But yeah, I just feel like we've been busy and like tired, and yeah. And we didn't wind up watching Gilmore Girls, which was not intentional. I was gonna try and watch a couple episodes, but like we had so many other things we were watching that it was just odd to try and fit them in. So yeah, Gremlins, that is everything. I am also out of coffee. I've almost finished all my Gilmore Girls coffee. I only have some of the diner blend left and like a teeny bit of the dark roast that I put in the diner blend because it was so minimal. So now I'm like, I have almost no Gilmore Girls coffee, which is baffling to me. I drink so much coffee. That is how I am a Gilmore girl. I drink a lot of coffee. But yeah, let me know if you enjoyed this video, if you'd want me to try and do the Rory thing, or if there's a character you'd want me to try and read from. Rory is really the only one that sticks out to me because they don't really show a ton of other characters reading besides Jess, but I would be curious to know. I would not do her grandfather. He reads so many giant tomes. No, those are too big and too hefty. So it'd be like Rory, or if you think of someone, let me know. But yeah, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more from me, please subscribe. I have a bunch of very fun stuff planned for February. I will give you a hint. There are vampires, and that's all I'm going to say. So I will talk to you in the next video. Bye, gremlins.